Well, greetings, everyone. Welcome to Stilwell Indian Soccer. We're at James Bradley Memorial Athletic Park in Stilwell, where tonight the Stilwell Indians will be going up against the Tulsa Central Braves. I looked down into the stands, did a quick head count, and some people are still at the concession stands and milling about. I counted 75 in the stands, at least 75 in the stands, and a lot more at the concession stand, so I'm going to say there's over 100 people in attendance at this game, and I can quickly do a count of everybody that's in attendance from the Tulsa Central side, and that is 0. There is nobody sitting over there supporting the Tulsa Central Braves, so that has to be a big psychological edge as we enter this game. I'm going to go over the rosters that I have very quickly. Nate Adams, goalie, he's a senior. Zach Carson, number 1, the sophomore striker. Brad Doublehead, number 2, the midfielder, he's a senior. Number 4, John Kirby, the junior striker. Jacob Scraper, number 5, the senior striker. Kyle Bolin, senior midfielder, number 6. Scraper was 5, I believe I didn't mention that. Number 8 is Mark Drain, the freshman midfielder. Number 9, Michael Adair, the sophomore midfielder. Number 10, Matt Merriott, senior midfielder. Number 11 is Kade Price, fullback, freshman. Number 12 is Clayton Langford, a junior sweeper. Number 13, Jeremy Eubanks, senior midfielder. Number 14, freshman midfielder striker, Daniel Merriott. Number 15, Matt Victor, striker, a sophomore. Number 17, Tyler Doyle, a fullback and sweeper. He's a sophomore. Freshman striker, number 19, Adam Rivera. Number 20, Ron Decalongan, striker, midfielder, freshman. Fullback, Justin Bruner. He's a junior, and he wears number 21. Number 22, the midfielder, and probably be seeing him in goal, is Tyler Roberts, the freshman. Fullback and midfielder, sophomore, number 23, Josh Sam, and midfielder and freshman, number 24, Aaron Roberts. Coach Douthit gave me the roster when I was here for the Fort Gibson game the other night, Stilwell's only home game to this point. They were victorious in that one, and we'll talk about the schedule here a little later. He has 4 other players he gave me on the roster. He did not have numbers or positions for them. If they are not on the team, I don't know. But, you know, if they are on the team, I'm better off saying that they are and then offending them if I don't mention their name. So, Miguel Olivares, Juan Mata, Jose Tavares, and Cesar Castillo. The first 3 are freshmen. Olivares, Mata, and Tavares are freshmen, and Castillo is a junior. Referees are getting ready to put the ball in midfield as they're talking to Tulsa Central. I need to make 2 little quick notes on my soccer schedule, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to shut off the recorder, so go and get something from the refrigerator, settle back, and in a moment we'll have Stilwell Indian Soccer. Okay, the Stilwell Indians come into this game with a record of 7-1. They are undefeated in district play. They are 5-0. They have won 6 in a row. Their only loss was to Van Buren, Arkansas, their varsity team. They beat Van Buren's JV twice, and then they started the season on Thursday, March 24th at Grove, as far as teams in Oklahoma are concerned. And they are undefeated against teams in Oklahoma. They beat Grove 3-0. They beat Fort Gibson in the home opener. That was back on the 29th, and you can see I did not get any action photos from that game because it was, with my digital camera, it's too dark. If I was able to be down on the field tonight, I would be able to get some action photos, but I think this is more valuable, as gets more exposure for the kids. Fort Gibson was defeated in that game 2-1, Indians had a rain-aborted win over Westfield, 1-0. They beat Coweta 3-2 last week, and were winners over Poto 5-0. Now the 7 wins ties the school record for the boys. The girls won earlier. If you're only listening to the boys game, the girls won earlier 10-0. If you're only listening to the boys game, shame on you. You need to support the Lady Indians as well. But the Lady Indians tied a school record for most wins in a season with their 4th. Now they did not take part in a preseason, not a preseason, but a tournament, so they are 4-2 on the season. The Lady Indians are. That tied a school record for most wins in a season for the Lady Indians. The Indian boys have 7 wins, and that equals the record already. David Douthit took over in 2003. He was 7-4 that year. The Indians made the playoffs. They were 7-3 last year, and if they can win tonight, that will set the school record in soccer for most wins in a season. Next week, a big game against Tulsa Edison, ranked number 9. Coach Douthit was talking to me earlier about he had thought that perhaps Stilwell would creep into the top 10. They are ranked in the top 10 on some polls, but they're not getting the respect that is due a team that is 7-1 and has only given up 3 goals this season. But the good thing about it is in soccer, the rankings really don't matter. I mean, we're going to be playing number 7 ranked Edison here and playing number 1 ranked Catoosa here next Thursday. But none of that matters because, like in football, there is a playoff bracket preset. So the rankings are kind of just for show. So if the Indians can take care of things, they will be in good shape. This game is underway. 39-41 to play. Tulsa Central with the ball now. And I'm going to have to dig out my Stilwell roster as Josh Sam, I see, has at Central now. Trying to work it downfield, number 15 for Central. Kicks it downfield, and it's headed by Brad Doublehead back into Stilwell territory. Well, Central territory. Doublehead, number 2, at midfield, fighting with a couple of Central Braves over the ball. Number 10, Matt Merriott over there, along with number 21, that is Justin Bruder. The ball goes out of bounds as Central is on the attack. Nate Adams is the goalie. Central will throw the ball in with 38-48 left to play in the first half. Just underway here, headed out by, looks like number 10, Matt Merriott. Number 13, Jeremy Eubanks with the ball. And there's a shot on goal and a nice save by Nate Adams as he had to go high, but he made the play. And there's, I was talking in the girls' game about his kicking abilities, and he kicked that one. He about a 30-40 yard average on his punts for the football team this year, and he kicked that one well past midfield from the goalie's box. Central on the attack now. Justin Bruner forwards it on out. This is Zach Carson. Zach Carson on a breakaway. Zach Carson. He shoots. He scores! Zach Carson. He scores at 37-55. And the Indians are up 1-0. 37-55. Zach Carson scores, and the Stilwell Indians are in front of the Central Braves 1-0. Number 1, Zach Carson on a breakaway. He just took it himself, and he put it in, left-footed it in, I believe. And the Indians lead the Braves 1-0. Ball, Kirby, John Kirby has it for the Indians. This one now is deflected away by Jeremy Eubanks, the senior. Jeremy Eubanks has it and kicked away, cleared away by Clayton Langford, number 12. Jeremy Eubanks tried to get his picture in the paper at some point. He wasn't here, at least when I was able to be here at the Fort Gibson game, and I had to leave because of other obligations and then come back, and by the time I was back, I did not get to take his picture, so he was not in the paper this week as the Indians are on the attack. Number 23, Josh Sam with the ball. Number 13 now, Jeremy Eubanks, and like I was saying, Jeremy Eubanks did not make it in to take a picture, so he did not get his picture in the paper this week in the Spring Sports Special, the Stilwell Democrat Journal Spring Sports Spectacular. But we will try to get him in there. We need to get a senior picture of those fellows who are doing a great job. I'll tell you what, they have brought this team from the, as a rough play there. Central knocks heads with, I believe that's one of the Merriotts. No, it's Jeremy Eubanks, excuse me. This team, these seniors have brought this team from the ashes. They were 0-10 the first year of play for Stilwell in soccer in 2001. But this group of seniors took over in 2002, and there's a shot that sails high by Michael Adair. This group of seniors took over, and from that 0-10 record, this group as freshmen posted a 6-5 season, then 7-4 and 7-3, and they are on their way. They have already clinched, in fact, their fourth straight out of 5 seasons. This is their fourth straight winning season. So, if you've listened to the baseball broadcast, I was talking about the baseball team has won 31 straight years. They've won 31 straight seasons, winning seasons out of 32 that they played, and the Stilwell Indian Soccer Club now has won 4 straight years. Here's it, Zach Carson again, and this one, as he stumbled, he was off balance, and it goes out a play wide to the left. The Indians, Stilwell Indian boys, looking to put together a streak that will equal the baseball teams as far as winning. They've won 3 in a row, and they've already clinched their 4th winning season out of 5. So, some athletics here too, and looking to get even better. Indians brace from the attack. That's cleared away by Matt Merriott. Merriott over to Eubanks. Eubanks tries to clear it, but it's knocked away. And here's Central on the attack, defended by number 12, just a Central. Little try down there, and Clayton Langford goes after it. Nate Adams finally gets to it. Nate with the kick. Here's the kick, and it lands about the 35-yard line on the Stilwell side. Of course, no yard lines marked off, but just to give you an idea of where that is. It's on the 35-yard line, headed towards Central. Nate wearing his blue top with the black long sleeves with stripes on them, and the Tulsa Central goal looks like he just has on a gray switch. Central on the attack, knocked away by Bruner. Bruner gets it forward to Eubanks. Eubanks gets it forward to Kirby. Kirby slips and falls as he goes out of bounds, but it was knocked out and kicked out of bounds by Central. Throw in is headed away by Central. Central now controlling the ball. Number 12 has it for the Braves. Bring the ball upfield, and that is going to be stopped by number 10, Matt Merriott. Taken now by Kyle Bolin. Bolin heads it up the field to number 12, Clay Langford, who fires it into the Central stands. And here at Stilwell, if you catch the ball in the visitor stand, you get to keep it, but there's nobody over there. So you didn't get to... Well, hey, wait a minute. There are 2 people in the Central stands now. 2 fans are in the Central stands. Over on the Stilwell side, 100 plus. Here's the Indians trying to get something going, but deflected away by Central. Looks like they've got a pretty good midfield. Eubanks kicks it ahead. This is a race, foot race between the goalie, and the goalie gets to it. It was a foot race between Zach Carson and the goalie. The goalie got to it. There's Jeremy Eubanks, and now this is Matt Merriott. This is to Josh Sam. Sam ahead to Kyle Bolin, centers it to Carson. Oh, and John Kirby was on the right side. Oh, couldn't quite get it. Stilwell toward goal. Bolin slips, can't get to it, and he slipped trying to get to it. He didn't slip and miss the ball. He slipped trying to get to the ball, so that's not a problem on his part. He didn't do anything wrong. He slipped trying to get to the ball, showing good hustle. Indians looking like they're beginning to take control now as far as going on the offensive. This is number 23, Josh Sam, forwards it. This is Zach Carson. Zach Carson has it fielded away, but Josh Sam comes in and heads it, but it goes out of bounds. 30-59 to play in this first half, or possibly 20-59, depending on whether what part of that scoreboard is burned out or is not working correctly. Central trying to get it in. Merriott and Doublehead using their heads on that play. Merriott and Doublehead on the end of a doubleheader. Central on the attack, centers it, number 12, but it goes wide. Number 9 scrambling, trying to get there, can't get it, as number 10, Matt Merriott, makes the play as it goes out of bounds, and he successfully gets that one out of harm's way. Nate Adams still in goal. Well, of course he's still in goal, but Nate Adams in goal for the Indians, but Bolin knocked that one away. Or not Bolin, but Merriott. And the ball sails out of bounds. Justin Bruner hops over the railing to get it. Kind of wish he'd go around the side. We kind of need him in football next year, so it'd be nice not to jump over the railing and sprain his ankle. Bruner throws it in. It's headed away by Central, but back to Bruner. Bruner miskicks, and it goes out of bounds. And Central will set up shop, throwing it in. 29-17 left in the first half. Central in the Indian territory. And did I hear a whistle? I did, and it's offsides. So the Indians will gain possession of the ball as Central was trying to work things down there to give Nate Adams a shot at making a save, but Indians successful in defending against the play. Ball is thrown in to John Kirby and taken away now by Central, but Michael Adair in control now. This is number 23, Josh Sam. Kicks it back out to Clayton Langford to set things up. Langford heads it out to Bolin, number 6. Now Central has it. It's defended by Langford. Langford over to Bruner. Central takes it away, and Nate Adams, the goalie, is going to handle this one with ease and kicks it out to Central on the Stilwell attacking the side of the field. Indians with a throw in, and that is Merriott. Merriott with a red headband, Doublehead with a white headband. And I'm sure they did that just to help me out. This one is going to be controlled by number 12, Clayton Langford. Langford and Josh Sam battling Central's attackers. And now it is taken away by Doublehead. Doublehead to Bolin, and is out of bounds. Indians, Stilwell in front, 1-0, 27-20 left to play. Goal was scored by Zach Carson. The Indians with a lead, 37-55. The goal was scored. Zach Carson gives the Indians a 1-0 lead. The Indians are coached by David Douthit, who is in his third year. And he was a all-stater in soccer at Tahlequah. You can view his information at TahlequahTigers.com. And there will be as Central has a chance here. And Adams, nice save by my fellow churchgoer, Nate Adams, who goes down to church with me at the Stilwell PH. Getting back to that TahlequahTigers.com, you can read about the history of Tahlequah sports, just like StilwellSports.com, and get a picture up there soon of Coach Douthit when he was in high school. A strapping young man. Says he should have made All-State in football, too. I wouldn't doubt that. He played on good football teams. But he was an All-Stater in soccer. And his contract has been renewed, as were all the contracts for the head coaches. In the paper, Tim Stewart's name was not listed, but his contract was renewed, if anybody is wondering about that. As it gets dark, I'm having trouble seeing who is bringing the ball in for the Indians on that corner kick. I see that Merriott has it, and that was Michael Adair bringing the ball in on the corner kick, and he's going to do the throw-in on the side now. He throws it upfield to Justin Bruner, sends it in toward the goal area, toward John Kirby, but it is kicked away. Bruner now sends it back in toward the Central goal, and it is cleared out by Central. This is going to be taken by Clayton Langford. Langford gets it ahead to number 23. That's Josh Sam. And in my announcing this, I'm going to have trouble with it, as I always do with an SH. I'm going to say Josh Sam. So I apologize ahead of time. I'm going to say that from time to time. The ball goes out of bounds. Thrown in now by Central, headed out of bounds. A header out of bounds. And it was headed out of bounds. This one's kicked close in the air to my vicinity, not up here, but as far as height-wise, I'm in the second tier of the press box here. Central trying to get the ball away from the Indians. This is number 6, Kyle Bolin. Bolin brings it in, kicks it, but it's knocked away by Central. And a shot on goal, and a goal for John Kirby, I believe. John Kirby with 24:01 to play in the first half has given the Indians a 2-0 lead. And it looks like they're on their way to a showdown with Tulsa Edison. I mean, it's still early, 2-0, but the Indians have only given up 3 goals this season against Oklahoma competition in district play. Nate Adams and Tyler Roberts doing a good job in goal. So the Indians are in command right now. Things looking good for the Indians. It's 2-0, 2-0 Indians. John Kirby, I believe, leads this team, as Coach Douthit said he would send me some statistics later tonight, so sometime this weekend I'll try to get those on the website. I believe he leads the team in goals. Bolin now forwards it to Zach Carson. Can Carson get there in time? He does, but it's kicked away. Headed off by number 9, Michael Adair. The ball bounds into the stands. And there's my buddy John Kenyon, another church mate who's down there, who played Jesus in Final Destiny. So, seeing all kinds of people I go to church with. I'm naming names off like Harry Carey. I apologize for that. Certainly don't want to sound like Harry Carey, being a Cardinals fan. Hey, nice step around by Jeremy Eubanks. He spun that ball away. Racing over to try and get it is number 8, I believe, Mark Drain. And I'm going to watch him as he heads over this way to see if that's 8 or 6. It's getting, I have some night blindness, and it's getting so, not so dark. I mean, it's plenty of light left, but it's hard to tell if that's an 8 or a 6. And it is an 8. It is Mark Drain. Jeremy Eubanks now with the ball ahead, and a shot that's going to go wide of goal with 22:10 left to play. We've got a short stoppage in play as the Central Braves are trying to set up something. And I believe I'm going to stand up for a little while. And I see Athletic Director Dennis Rhodes over there on the handicap side, on the home side. Ball is brought in. Zach Carson racing, but he can't get as the goalie for Central grabs it. Goalie kicks it off, and it's taken by number 13, Eubanks. Eubanks heads it forward to Drain on the run. And it is, cleared away by a Central defender, or Zach Carson would have had a shot there. And this one goes off of the foot of Michael Adair. Well, of course, like I said in the first game, of course it's off of his foot, but it goes in a way he didn't intend on Michael Adair, and it goes to Central. Central now turns the ball over. This is Mark Drain. Mark Drain, number 8, ahead to John Kirby. He fights his way through, gets it ahead to, and kicked away as Kyle Bolin was just about to get to that. That's Doublehead, forwarding it away on a header. That is Kirby hitting it in, and cleared away now by Central with Clayton Langford on defense, clearing it back into the Stilwell attack zone toward Zach Carson, and offsides called. As Dennis Rhodes there, former head basketball coach of the Lady Indians, took them to state in 1997 and 2000, and he's down there in a black cowboy hat. So even though he's wearing a cowboy hat, he's an Indian fan. 20:11 left to play in the first half. 2-0. Indians out in front. Ball is kicked by Central toward midfield, headed away by Doublehead. Carson in a foot race with a Central defender, and no foul called, as the fans don't like that. But no foul called. The ball goes out of bounds. And number 9, Michael Adair, looks like he's heading over to take the corner kick for Stilwell. 2-0, 19:33 to play in this first half. Waiting is Adair for his teammates to get set up. Now they do get set up inside. This is to Kirby, and it's now stolen away. But Doublehead is there, and he kicks it forward, and it's deflected away. Carson had it, and Central is good on defense. Look like they're pretty good defenders. That one is kicked away. This one is headed Central on an attack. That one's cleared away by Langford and Josh Sam, doing the good job down there, doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing as they're playing defense. Central's ball as they bring it in out of bounds. Number 17 hands it off to number 12, who will throw it in. There's a substitution. Number 14, Daniel Merriott, throws it into number 14, Daniel Merriott, checks in for Kyle Bolin. Bolin did a good job while he was in there. Douthit decides to make a substitution. Ball is out of bounds. towards the Indian corner. On the Indian side, Central throws it in, throws it towards the sideline, and it's going to go, no, not out of play. Central and Langford and I believe number 14, Daniel Merriott, I believe is that number down there, battling for the ball, and it is Merriott, number 14. Merriott is battling two Central players, and he is having success. He's able to fight them off on his own. Ball goes out of bounds now, and it was last touched by Stilwell, they say. Stilwell leading 2-0. We're in the first half. Here's a ball centered towards goal, but knocked away by, I'll get his number in a minute, John Kirby on the breakaway. John Kirby, and it goes out of bounds as the goalie had wandered out of the goal crease and it was up about the 25-yard line of what would be so he's about 30 yards out of goal, and if Kirby had been able to get to it, he would have scored for certain. Indians, Josh Sam, number 23, trying to get it to Zach Carson. Batted away. Now he was trying to get it to Zach Carson, but he wound up with a shot on goal, and the goalie has to leap to make that play. Goalie's kick is headed away by Bruner and sends the Indians back on the attack as Josh Sam slides out of bounds. And Central will take over. 16:01 to play in the first half. We're at Bradley Field, as I need to. I'm so picky about that myself. People calling it park when it's field, and now I call it park. Number 23, Josh Sam, throws it in to Jeremy Eubanks. And that's cleared away by Central. Central at midfield now. And it kind of looks like it was a trip there, not on Josh Sam, but against the Central player tripping Josh Sam, but nothing called. Ball goes out of bounds with Daniel Merriott and Josh Sam back there. Number 12 also back there. Clayton Langford heads it away. Brad Doublehead, Justin Bruner, and I believe Mark Drain. This one is taken by number 9, Michael Adair, and it goes out of bounds to Central. Central throws it in, and Langford is there to steal it away. So the junior sweeper sweeps the ball out of bounds. But that's going to give Central a corner kick. Referee calling for we have an injury. That sounded sarcastic, and I didn't mean it to. We have one of the Central players injured on the play, limping off, and he's substituted for. So that was what that whistle was. Number 12 for Central with the corner kick. Indians grabbed by Nate Adams. Was about to set the Indian defense, but didn't need it as Adams did it on his own. Indians back downfield, and they're on the attack. It's Kirby and Carson. Kirby on the right side. Can he get it across? He gets it across to Carson, and he gets it to Daniel Merriott. Goal for the Indians at 13:38. Number 14, Daniel Marriott, with the goal. And the Indians increase their lead to 3-0. 3-0 Indians. And I know we're early, but this one is looking like it's headed toward the win column. And a school record, 8 wins in soccer. We'll see what happens the rest of the way, but things are looking good if you are an Indian fan. Unless you're a Sequoia Indian fan or a Catoosa Indian fan, or if you're a Stilwell Indian fan, things are looking good. Well, kickoff sails out of bounds. Boy, Nate Adams on that corner kick, he had his defenders all ready to help him out there. He took it himself. Nothing wrong with that, because he's got a lot of talent. Wouldn't be surprised if he got some offers in college as a goalie. He gets a shot taken and he fields it. Not really a shot on goal. Nate Adams in goalie. This one goes out of bounds. And Central will throw it in. 3-0. The Indians leading with 12:49 now to play. Central lobs it in. It's Need out of bounds. Daniel Merriott was in there to help on the play. And Sam throws it in, fires it in, intended for Carson, but he couldn't quite get to Zach. And now quickly throwing it in, as that's one of the great things that makes it exciting. The clock doesn't stop. Adair got in there very quickly, threw the ball in to Carson, and Carson was spun around there. I don't think anybody got a hold of him. Obviously it wasn't a trip or it would have been a penalty, but he got spun around there and fell to the ground. And the Central, the Braves, will have a kick, and it's kicked back towards the goalie, who kicks it towards midfield, taken by Doublehead, headed out again. And this one's going to go to Central. Josh Sam fighting a Central player now, another, fighting two players. A sliding defensive attempt stopped there by Brad Doublehead as he gets in the way and breaks up the momentum of that attempted play. Tyler Doyle checking in to the game for Michael Adair. Adair doesn't look happy that he's coming out, but that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see the players not happy if they're coming out, because that means that they want to get in there, they want to play, and they want to compete. And that's what Stilwell Indian sports is all about. It is about competition and competing at the highest level. That is what the Indians are all about. Here's a breakaway attempt. Kirby tries to get it ahead, and he can't, as the ball is slowed down just enough for the defense to get back for Tulsa Central. Indians lead the Tulsa Central Braves 3-0. Tulsa Central kind of look like they have on, some of them look like they have on old basketball uniforms. This one is headed by number 12, Clayton Langford, headed towards Zach Carson as the Indians are trying to move in on the attack. The lights are on here. Merriott, or Tyler Doyle, fighting with a Central player, Central midfielder on that one. Central throws it in. Josh Sam doing battle with number 12. Number 12 seems to be their best player, best ball handler at least. He's had the ball the most. This one's headed away by Drain, taken now by number 13. This is Jeremy Eubanks. Forward to John Kirby on the right side. If he can get an angle, it's into the goalie, and he makes the stop with 9:37 left. It was a very harsh angle for Kirby to attempt the shot, so he couldn't make it. The goalie gets in there. Stilwell clears it out of there into the field, and it goes towards the Central goal, but on the right side, the north side of the field, harmlessly out of play. Indians are headed right to left on your computer dial. Right to left on your computer. Unless you're, for some reason, listening to this sitting behind your monitor. I don't know why you'd do that. Corner kick comes in. Number 23 takes the shot, and it goes just wide, as that was Josh Sam. And I made a note of which one had the white headband and who had the, I know Doublehead has the, okay, Doublehead has the white headband, so I need to mark that. Um, 8:13 left to play in this first half. 3-0. Stilwell out on top. Forwarded by Central, but cleared away by Clayton Langford. Daniel Merriott gets to it and headed into the Stilwell portion of the field, but Tyler Doyle and Sam are there, Josh Sam, to make the play and again break up the momentum of the Central Braves. Doyle throws it in, gets it to Zach Carson, who heads it intended for Jeremy Eubanks, and initially he didn't get it, but now Jeremy gets it back. He forwards it to Josh Sam. Sam with a shot that is deflected and taken by the goalie. He cradles it in his arms, and now he kicks it away toward midfield with 7:12 left to play in the first half. Kicked away by Clayton Langford. Mark Drain. John Kirby now heads it downfield. Goalie coming out, venturing out of his box. Now he's going to kick it away. Heads toward out of bounds. Heads toward the foul territory, but I couldn't get the foul territory into my head. Indians trying to get it in toward the goal area, but nothing doing this time as it's cleared away by Central with 6:30 to play. Thrown in by Doyle and kicked away as Merriott had a chance at it, but number 9 kicks it away for Central. Now headed in, and that's number 17, Doyle, with the ball to Drain. Drain has it. He's doing battle with 2 Central defenders, and it is kicked out of bounds, and they say it went out of bounds on a Central foot, off of a Central foot. So Stilwell will have it with a score of 3-0 with 5:52 to play. And we have checking into the game number 16, and he's not on my roster, so I'll have to ask Coach later, and I apologize for that. I'll have to ask Coach Douthit later. Kick sails wide by Merriott, Daniel Merriott. 5:21 to play. Central with the kick up field, taken by Eubanks. Now to Merriott. Daniel Merriott sends it out of bounds, headed out of bounds. And Coach Rhodes has a lot of company over there. Tulsa Central making a substitution. Number 5 heads out. They have no numbers on the front of their jerseys, so I can't see the kid's number, as he's got the ball now, number 15 with the ball. Tyler Doyle on the defense for the Indians. This one's headed toward Nate Adams. Nate lets it bounce once, twice, and now fields it. Dribbles it, and he heads toward the arc at the top of the, and kicks it toward center midfield now. Cleared away. Central offsides called. No, not offsides, but an elbowing called. Elbowing called on Stilwell. So there will be a foul and a free kick. Free kick for Central, number 12, taking the shot. Here's the shot, and it is high and hits the football crossbar and goes over. So the ball is out of bounds. Nate Adams was right there, and he's got the leaping ability to bring that one down safely if he had gotten a hold. If he had gotten a hold of it, he would have brought it down safely. But he has the leaping ability to get to that ball and keep it from going into the net. Doublehead clears it out. Headed toward Josh Sam. Sam. Now Bruner gets it ahead to Kirby. Kirby has 3-on-1, but Kirby gets past him, and there's a holding call. A holding has to be called there, and it is. Kirby was on a breakaway, and he was gone for a one-on-one attempt with the goalie, and they grabbed him, and a yellow card now being called on Central. A yellow card comes out at 2:45 of this contest as Kirby was grabbed from behind. It did prevent a goal. Well, can't say for sure it prevented a goal, but it sure would have probably been one, if that makes any sense. I mean, he was on a clear breakaway. A yellow card called. Fans wanting a call, saying that was the last offender. I really couldn't tell. I was concentrating on Kirby, and I'll tell you, he was past. I think the fans here have a case. I think the fans have a case because I said if he gets, I believe in my broadcast, I said if he gets past this one man, and he does, so I believe that was the last offender. This is Doublehead kicking it in, cleared away now. Doublehead heads it to Kirby. Kirby, and this is Scraper, Jacob Scraper with the ball, gets it to Daniel Merriott on the left side. Merriott trying to find somebody, and Central takes it away. Brings it back upfield, still in the Indian offensive side of the field. Tyler Doyle with a kick that's going to be fielded by the center fielder, the goalie. It would have been scored from center field, from midfield. 2:03 left to play. And the ball sails, a kick from the goalie, sails out of bounds. Justin Bruner throws this one in, and it is deflected away, but Kirby's going to head that one to Josh Sam, but it goes out of bounds as there is a nice play by number 15, that substitute that came in there for Central. He made a nice play, kicked it out of bounds, kept Sam from getting a shot on goal. Thrown in now to Kirby. Back to Drain, I believe. As again, I'm having trouble, and it is Drain, having trouble on that far northwest side of this field. Central clearing the ball toward midfield. Justin Bruner is there to clear it away for the Indians and send it back as the Indians are on the offensive now. Number 16 with the ball. High kick by Kirby. And goes over towards the Armory. 59, 58, 57 seconds left to play in this, the first half. And the Indians lead 3-0. Ball under the possession of Central with under a minute left to play. 39 seconds left now. As I was telling in the girls' game, here's the kick. And it is headed toward Mark Drain. So I was saying in the girls' game, I've been a soccer fan all my life. Remember those Tulsa Roughnecks as the Indians are on the attack. That's Sam, but it's cleared away. Remember those Tulsa Roughnecks winning the NASL title. Listen to it on KRMG. Back in the days, as I believe this one is going to go to the half with a score of 3-0. I've been a fan, loved that World Cup that the women of USA won. Watched the Tulsa Roughnecks win the NASL title. been a soccer fan for a long time, but there are a lot of technical terms that I'm not that familiar with. So when you're listening to this game, give me a little leeway, because I don't know. I'm not an expert on soccer. I'm a fan of soccer, and I know what's going on, but, you know, when it comes to some of the more technical terms of where the ball is, or even what formation of attack that they are on, I'm not that familiar with that. But I'll try, as I said in the girls' game, I'll try to convey this game to you in an entertaining manner and give the boys the attention they deserve. And they deserve a lot of attention right now, as they are ahead 3-0 and on their way to their 8th win of the season. Well, we've reached halftime, and I'm going to stop the recorder and take a drink from my bottle. This is brought to you by Diet Coke, 5 liter. Looks like I've got it down to about 2.5 liters now. And it says no refill, so I can't go in. I can't take this plastic bottle in and take it to a fountain and fill it up. That is a crime. So we are at halftime with the Stilwell Indians leading the Central Braves 3-0. This is Stilwell Indian Broadcasting Network. Well, we are about ready. The clock says 5:59, but the players are taking the field, but the marching band refuses to yield. Sorry, that was a reference to the song American Pie by Don McLean. The single of that song has Don with a American flag painted on his thumb. So he's giving a thumbs up. Anyway, shows how old I am. It's Stilwell leading 3-0 as we're just about ready to start the second half. Goal scored by Zach Carson at 37:55, gave the Indians a 1-0 lead. John Kirby, 24:01, and Daniel Merriott at 13:38. Stilwell leads 3-0. Nate Adams has done a great job in goalie, as he's back there again for this second half. The big thing that we are talking about, Coach Douthit and I were talking about, is Pack the Stands week next week. Next week, depending on when you are listening to this, the week of the Stilwell versus Tulsa Edison game on Tuesday and the Stilwell versus Catoosa game on Thursday is perhaps the most, well, not perhaps now, we are on our way, looking like we're on our way to winning this one, is the most important week in Stilwell soccer history. The Indians will be facing number 7 ranked Tulsa Edison. If they win that game, they will clinch a playoff spot. Then on Thursday, they will be hosting number 1 ranked and district rival Catoosa. That is on Thursday. If they win that one is for the district championship. If they win that one, they get the bye in the playoffs and will be headed toward only 1 or 2 games from a state championship, playing for a state championship. And this team has the talent. And I'm telling you, Coach Douthit and I were saying, well, maybe we're not getting the respect because they look and saw that we only beat Westville 1-0. Ain't nothing against Westville either. But that was a rain-shortened game. Some people may not know that. But the most important thing is the rankings. Stillwell is ranked below Tulsa Edison and below Catoosa, who is number 1. But that is not important. What is important is those games here next week. They are here at Bradley Park. And the playoffs in soccer are structured as they are in football. They're not like basketball where the rankings determine where you're going to go. They are structured like football. So if the Indians can take care of business next Tuesday against Tulsa Edison And next Thursday against Catoosa, it doesn't matter that they're not ranked now. They will be district champions, and they will get that first round bye in the playoffs. The Indians can take care of business here in front of a big crowd at Bradley Park. We are looking for a big crowd. Please, everybody, come out. Spread the word. Wake your friends and neighbors. Call them right now. Tell them that they have to come out Thursday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Stilwell Indian soccer. The Indians are looking to make a run at their first state championship in any sport, any boys' sport besides baseball. Well, this second half is underway. There was a slow lobbing kick towards goal. Wouldn't really even call it a save by the goalie. This one is knocked towards the central bench, but handled by Josh Sam. Nate Adams, as I said, still in goal, and this is Michael Adair as he forwards it to Zach Carson, I believe. Carson can get it. He scores! And they are saying yes, yes, no offsides at, let's see with this clock, 48:59. 48:59. Zach Carson has scored his second goal of the game. Let me write it down. 48:59. Zach Carson scored the first goal of the first half, and he scores the first goal of the second half. So if things go the way they did in the first half, Zach will be followed by John Kirby and Daniel Merriott. But the big thing is the Indians now have a 4-0 lead. Nate Adams gets that one and kicks it out of goal towards midfield. The Indians have not allowed any more than 3 goals in a game. The Indians clearing that away from their defensive end. That was cleared away nicely by Clayton Langford. And here's Zach Carson on a run. Oh, and it just skips past the goalie. Came out. He took a big gamble, and he slid. But that gamble paid off. He slid into Zach Carson's leg just enough to force it to the ball to go weakly to the right side as Carson was facing the goal. And that will be, let me get up and look over there toward the sideline. It will be a corner kick. And that will be Bolin, or Merriott, excuse me. And there's a high kick. Matt Merriott with the red headband. Kirby took that corner kick and had it sail over the goal. A goal kick now for Central. Indians lead this one 4-0. Coach Douthit pacing the sidelines, but seems to be content with his 4-0 lead. Cleared away now by Central as they gain control of it, and nice play by number 12, Clayton Langford, as Central was on a breakaway, and Central thought that they had something going there, but Clayton Langford just raced in and in front of the Central attacker and knocked the ball out of play. Central will get a corner kick, but it's a lot better than what was going on with that big threat, biggest threat of the night for Central. Central getting a corner kick. Here it comes, headed in, and it's headed away by Merriott. Marriott heads it out toward midfield. Central gets it back. It's headed back toward goal, and it's going to head out of bounds. Out. And Stilwell will get a corner kick. Not a corner kick, excuse me, a goal kick. And it's going to be taken by number 2, Brad Doublehead. Doublehead taking that goal kick. 46:09 to play. 4-0 Stilwell out in front. This one is taken by Jeremy Eubanks, and now a whistle. And I believe it's a foul called on Stilwell. As I looked up and a Central player had hit the deck. Number 12 taking a shot, penalty shot, from the midfield circle. And that shot is in the air. There's a guy down there, but it goes wide to his right and to Nate Adams' left. Adams, quick like a cat, can get to it. And there's going to be a goal kick for Stilwell. And this is Brad Doublehead kicking the ball down to John Kirby. Kirby kicks it forward now, and the ball is going to head toward Matt Merriott but roll out of bounds. So, if that had stayed inbounds, Merriott was there on the right wing and looking to take it in for an attempt on goalie. Goalie on Central working up quite a sweat. Stilwell will bring it in with Michael Adair throwing it in to Kirby, who is now, it's Zach Carson has it, and it's taken by the Central goalie. So that calms things down. 4-0 Stilwell with 44 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Ball sails out of bounds, and Justin Bruner heads over to get it. Bruner throws it in quickly. John Kirby on the run. He gets to it. He's got a shot at goal. He's going to make a shot, and it is going to deflect off the goalie, and he is going to cover it up. So, Zach Carson was there to get it, but the goalie covered it up, and now he fields it and kicks it away. Indians on the attack now. Jeremy Eubanks gets through a couple of defenders, and there's a penalty called, a tripping called, and it's going to be a penalty kick, and it looks like Michael, well, now Jeremy, it's either going to be Michael Adair or Jeremy Eubanks. I believe Michael Adair will take it. It is indeed going to be number 9, Michael Adair. Here he comes, headed toward the ball. There's the kick, and it sails off to his left and way wide of the goal. Nothing doing on that play. Central makes a substitution. With 43 minutes, 10 seconds left to play in the game, Stilwell leads 4-0. They are on their way to their first 8-win season. Best season in Stilwell Indians soccer history for either boys or for both the boys and girls, because the girls tied their record earlier this year, earlier tonight, which technically was this year. Central at midfield, getting it into Indian territory. Got a 4-on-4, but broken up by Eubanks. Now Central with the ball, and it's handled by Sam, and he deflects it out of bounds. Central will have control of it, but that Indian defense has been able to keep the ball away from Nate Adams, and when the ball has come his way, he's been able to make the play. This one thrown in and headed away by number 13, Jeremy Eubanks. It's kicked way downfield, and on the run is Zach Carson, and the goalie is way out of the crease, and Zach Carson falls down, and he's okay. Goalie was way out of the crease, and they're saying it was out on Stilwell. Central will throw it in. Headed away to Jeremy Eubanks now. Eubanks controls the ball. Sliding tackle. They're going to call a penalty on Eubanks, but that was a nice play as he slid. And luckily, with the referee, not a yellow card, because it certainly wasn't a malicious slide. It was a good defensive play, but you never know in amateur soccer whether they're going to decide that was too rough. And in fact, the player that took the shot is limping off the field now, but no penalty. Well, it was a penalty, but no yellow card. It's a clean play. Ball is forwarded into the central attacking area. Now taken by Drain to Kirby if he can get there, but he can. It's cleared away by Central and kicked up toward midfield. That's Doublehead, and that's Sam. Sam cleared away, kicked up by, I believe that's Adair, number 12 it is, as he turns around and I can see now. Ball is fought for with Adair and Sam and a couple of Central defenders, and this one goes out of bounds, and I did not get to see which way they're pointing towards Stilwell, so it's going toward the Stilwell side. So Stilwell will get the throw in, and I believe it is Jeremy Eubanks. It's either Eubanks or Adair, and it's Eubanks. No, it's not. There he is at midfield. So it must be Adair making the kick. No, in fact, it was 23. 23, Josh Sam. Going to have to tell Coach Douthit to get some big numbers on the front of their jerseys. Hey, John Kirby has a chance here. He kicked it a little too hard as he was going in there to try to get it into the attack zone, and he kicked it a little too hard, and it just sailed out the back. And Central will have a goal kick. Kirby threatened on that one. 29 minutes, 6 seconds left to play in the ball game. Indians in control, 4-0. Central will have number 16 take a goal kick. Their goalie bending over like he's exhausted. Central sends it in, but it's taken away by the Indians. Kirby has it. Kicks it over to Merriott, Matt Merriott, and it's taken away. Doublehead gets it back, though, and now Central has it. Central moving it upfield. Number 12 working upfield and deflected by Doublehead, Brad Doublehead, and this one is going to go past the goalie, but it's well to the left of the net as the Indians are attacking to the right of the goalie, so they couldn't get anything going. That one is cleared away, kicked, and Justin Bruner is going to field it on the Indians near Nate Adams and his goal. Central with the ball now, attacking, and it's going to be a race between number 17 and Josh Sam of the Indians, and they say it goes out of bounds on Sam as he does a good job knocking that one out of the way. Central will get a corner kick. Justin Bruner, Brad Doublehead, Michael Adair, Jeremy Eubanks are down there that I can see, and I believe Mark Drain. And that one goes out of bounds. Once again, it's very well defended. Throw in now for Central. They take it and kick it and hits the scoreboard. Stays in the stadium. Nate Adams will head towards the reserve ball. Pick it up, toss it to Brad Doublehead. And the Indians will have a goal kick. Here's a substitution with Mark Drain coming in place of Jeremy Eubanks. Goal kick is taken by Doublehead and cleared away by Sam. Down towards the Central goal, and now it's deflected out of bounds by Central. Kyle Bolin tries to find it as it goes under the stands. 26, and it's going to be 26 minutes exactly by the time they get the ball back into play. Throw it to Josh Sam, number 23. Sam throws it ahead, and it's Carson clearing it, hitting it towards Sam again. Carson has it, and now it's taken away by Central. Doublehead has it, taken away. Central on the attack, and a sliding takeaway by Josh Sam. And a good job on defense by Josh Sam as the Indians have it. And this is Zach Carson as he tries to center it, and he can't quite get to his man there in the middle, Michael Adair. As Zach Carson was on the left wing there, and he tried to center it to Adair, but he had 2 on 3. 2 on 3? He had 3 on 1 as far as Central was concerned, outnumbering Carson and Adair. Indians will get a penalty kick here. I didn't see what the penalty was, but they're going to get a penalty kick. It's taken by Kirby, I believe. Yes, Kirby takes it, but it is gobbled up by the Central goalie. Kirby has a nice short haircut, the kind I have, so it's very distinctive, easy for me to tell who he is. Josh Sam throwing it in to Drain, back to Sam, over now to Doublehead. Doublehead has it taken away by Central, number 17, ahead now to 12. It's 12 on 12 as number 12, Clayton Langford, was racing in a foot race with Central's number 12, and Langford won that race and sent it out of bounds to keep Nate Adams from having to do any work over there at goal. 23-17 left. Stilwell Indians up 4-0, and they are on their way to their 8th win of the season against only 1 loss, and setting the school record for most wins in a season. Out of play, and to Central, let me get that, number 12 is Clayton Langford. Okay, I just can't see well at night, even with the lights on, and it's a very well-lit facility, but with my eyes, I just can't see well at night. That one goes out of bounds over there on the far corner. Josh Sam defending, kicks it out. Central throws it in, and that is Drain, I believe, and that one goes outside, out of bounds again, and they will take it off the side. Throws it in, number 12, who I mentioned earlier was their best, seems to be their best player, and again it goes out of bounds. Josh Sam doing a good job of defense, and Josh Sam intercepts that throw in and heads it away, and the Indians trying to work it upfield. They are on the attack, but Central clears it out. And they got it just across midfield with Mark Drain leading the charge. This one goes across midfield into Central territory and out of bounds, thrown in to Central. And they have the ball. Stilwell now takes over with Doublehead, clearing it out. And John Kirby, if he can get there, Kirby to Zach Carson. Carson, a shot, and deflected away. Is anybody going to be able to get there for the Indians? No, it's going to be out of bounds, as Matt Merriott was on the run, and he was trying to get to it. Then they had another defender down there for Central to help out the goalie, and that was a close one, but no goal, as the Indians are going to have, I believe, let me look, yes, the Indians are going to have a corner kick. Corner kick for the Indians. It is number 9 taking the corner kick. Now centered in toward Carson, who collides with a Central player on the play. Kirby has it, and now whistle is blown as the Central player is down, and he is injured on the play as he collided with Zach Carson. Number 9 was Michael Adair. He was the one that was taking that corner kick, and a penalty is going to be called. Well, Central had the ball like they were going to make a penalty kick, but now their coach kicks it away. The kid is okay. He's going to stay in the ball game. No fans from Central came to this game. The only people in the stands are the Central Lady Braves. I started to say Lady Cougars. I have no idea why. Central Lady Braves are the only people in the stand. And now Kirby wins the face-off with the Central player. And Bolin again. Taken by Merriott. Matt Merriott with the ball. Ahead to Michael Adair, but it goes out of bounds, and Central has it. Central controlling, number 12. And this one, number 12, was getting too careful out there. I mean, too lackadaisical out there. He was just playing with the ball, and Mark Drain came racing in and almost took that away from him and scored a goal. Indians on their toes much more than Tulsa Central is. Indians have control of the ball. That's headed by Merriott to Drain. Drain has it taken away, but Kirby fighting for it and sent out of bounds by Stilwell. And Central will bring it in. There's 20 minutes left to play in this ball game. High kick goes to midfield, cleared away by Justin Bruner, and he's got the goalie scrambling for that one. I don't know why he's bothering. It's clearly going out of bounds, and so Central will be bringing the ball in, throwing it in from the side, not quite the corner. Number 12 controls the ball. See, Central clears it out of their zone, but Stilwell has Mark Drain there, or check that, Kyle Bolin, and he clears it out to Josh Sam, brings it back in. Drain, now over to Bolin. Drain. Indians are on the attack. Zach Carson in a foot race, can't get there. Number 12 clears it out for Central. And they say out of bounds on Central, and Stilwell will get the throw in. Throw in goes to number 2, Doublehead. Doublehead dribbles it around. Oh, a nice job by Central as they cleared that one away. Here's a kick in, shot towards goal by Justin Bruner, and it sails wide of the goal, but boy, that was a good kick. And it had the goalie, if he had been on the mark and he had been asleep there, would have went in. Goal kick, cleared away. Central trying to get it out of there into the field. They seem to be tiring some. That was cleared away by Justin Bruner, and now Bolin clears it away. Zach Carson on the wing, left wing, Josh Sam, left side, and out of bounds. To Stilwell, Josh Sam, quick to throw it in, intended for Zach Carson, but it goes out of bounds. And again, to Stilwell, they say. Central able to defend. Looks like Daniel Merriott getting ready to check in place of Matt Merriott. And also, number 24, Aaron Roberts is not in yet. He's not in yet. They haven't recognized the substitution. They did recognize Merriott for Merriott. So Matt Merriott comes out, and Daniel Merriott comes in. Indians centering this one toward the goal. The goalie comes out, makes the grab, and he kicks it away toward midfield and into the hands of the Lady Braves head coach. Josh Sam has it, 17-12. Left to play, and here comes Aaron Roberts as he checks in for Kyle Bolin, I believe. Yes, number 6, Kyle Bolin. Bolin, a senior midfielder. Indians with the ball. Now taken away. Zach Carson had it for a moment. Now the Indians do have it back. And Kirby, if he can get to it, Kirby's got a chance, but it's cleared away. And now, number 9 takes it. That's Adair. Michael Adair. Can he get to it? Is number 8, Mark Drain. And he can't quite get to it. It's cleared away. Kick by Central clears it away. As I look down, I see Josh Sam, Justin Bruner, Brad Doublehead, and somebody that I'm going to have to identify later are on the right around the midfield circle. They're playing defense. They're watching Nate. They've got Nate Adams protected out there. Probably Michael Adair. No, it'd be Clayton Langford. He's number 12. Clayton Langford would be out there. He's been playing defense the whole game. And I should have known that. And I did realize it when I looked down at my roster. Well, before I looked down at my roster, I mean, I'm getting to where even one game I can recognize all these guys. There's Justin Bruner trying to get something going on the right wing. Gets it to number 9. Deflected away is Michael Adair's shot by the goalie. Indians still attacking. Adair with the ball, trying to shuffle past Central, and Central is just going to kick it out of bounds to try to break up the momentum of that attack as they had something going, the Indians did. Here's number 21, Justin Bruner, taking it. Central able to get it near midfield, but it's cleared out by Doublehead. Now Daniel Merriott. Now this one is going to go out of bounds and to Central. 14:36 left to play in this district action soccer game between the Stilwell Indians and the Tulsa Central Braves. Kick out of bounds with Central. Looks like we're going to have Nate Adams coming out of the game and Tyler Roberts coming in. So, with 14:06 to play in this game, Nate Adams is through. He got another shutout, and Tyler Roberts is coming in. 4-0 Indians. This is the Stilwell Indian Broadcasting Network. Throw in now by Tyler Doyle. Daniel Merriott now. Cleared away. Excuse me, I'm coughing. Central on the attack. Cleared away by Central. Ball goes out of bounds. Central has it. Daniel Merriott sees that they don't have it for long. No, here's a long kick that Roberts is there to field it. 13:10 left. Tyler Roberts kicks this one towards midfield, and it's taken control of by Central. And another kick towards goal, and this one's going to go wide to the right of Roberts in goal. And so he's going to take it, and it looks like Clayton Langford headed down there for the goal kick. 12:40 left to play in this ball game. I started to say football game, and that would be correct. 4-0. Indians out in front. Central on the attack. Number 17 with the ball, dribbling around, trying to get past number 12, Clayton Langford, and Langford fights him off. A good job by Langford. Indians back on the defensive as Central throws it in down near the Indian goal area. Thrown in now. Central takes over, and they touch a foul called, I believe. I thought that he had fallen and touched the ball with his hands. Instead, they call it a foul of some sort, a penalty of some sort on Stilwell. Number 17 will be attempting the shot for Central as the wall forms for the Indians There's Daniel Merriott and Tyler Doyle and Clayton Langford, and there's a shot that goes wide to the right of Tyler Roberts, as he doesn't have to worry about that one much. And it tailed off even about 10 feet to the right of goal. I believe this is Clayton Langford getting ready to kick it in as we approach 11 minutes exactly. Langford hears the whistle and approaches the ball. He kicks it toward Central, who heads it back toward the Stilwell goal. Langford takes a swipe at it with his right foot, gets it enough to deflect any Central momentum, and now it's cleared away, or at least tried to be cleared away, and it is cleared away by Michael Adair. Indians Central kicked it, forwarded it down the field, and they had a chance if their player, and I can't catch his number, looks like maybe number 6, could outrace Tyler Roberts, but Roberts, it was the faster. And there's a kick that Roberts is going to have to field, but he does successfully. 10 minutes remaining in this game. This one goes into the stands and now to play, and that one will be out on Stilwell. 9:44 left. Central with the ball, throwing it in. It's headed away by Daniel Merriott. And Central will have control at midfield. There will be a throw-in, taken by number 15, fought away by number 8, Mark Drain. Mark Drain trying to get it to Kirby. Kirby cannot get it. Daniel Merriott is on the chase, and Josh Sam is there to get it out of the Indians' side of the field and back into the attack mode for the Indians. This is Michael Adair with the ball. Zach Carson now. Carson and Kirby on a 2-on-1 break. Carson shoots. It's deflected by the goalie. Here's another shot by Merriott, and it goes, just off the right corner of the post. High. Obviously if it hadn't hit the post, it would have went in. 4-0, 8:52, and we've got some substitutions. Let's see, Jacob Scraper coming into the game. Matt Victor coming into the game. The number 16 that after the game I will find out who he is. He's in there. Stilwell. Central now. Stilwell was about to attack, but Central cleared it away. Ball goes out of bounds on Central. Thrown back in now by the Indians. Josh Sam, I believe. And that's number 5, Jacob Scraper over there, as he's chasing the ball around over by the concession stand. With 8:07 now left to play in this ball game. Actually 4, isn't it? Because it was 7 a while ago. We need to get the clock fixed. We've got some lights. Instead of them burning out, lights are showing up when they're not supposed to. Indians clearing the ball away from midfield and back into the Central goal area and kicked out of bounds by Central. They didn't want anything to do with that. Michael Adair will throw the ball in. Well, it says 7:31. I thought we were under that. 7:31 to play. We've got Kade Price set to check in. John Kirby came out, so he's through for the evening. Kade Price comes in. Daniel Merriott, Tyler Doyle, and Josh Sam. Kade Price, Mark Drain, Jacob Scraper, the 16, whose name I will get, Triskin. Number 11, that's Price. 24, is Aaron Roberts. He checked in a while ago. Roberts in at goal. This one goes out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick for Central. Number 19, Adam Rivera, checks in, And Josh Sam, who I believe is the last of the starters, comes out with 6:21 to play. The Indians are going to win this one and improve to 8-1 and set the school record for most wins in the season by a soccer team. 24 takes it. That's Aaron Roberts. Up ahead to Scraper. Scraper to Drain. And he sees it sail out of bounds. Central trying to get the ball in, looking for someone to pass it to. And he finally throws it in and Drain. And somebody takes a shot. I think it was Drain that took the shot from, I'm going to say about 35 yards out and to the left of goal on the left wing, and it sailed to the goalie's left, but not by much. That was headed toward goal. 5:27 to play. Tyler Roberts in goal for the Indians now, as Nate Adams has completed his work. 4-0, 4-0, Indians in front. This is Kade Price fighting for it. Matt Victor over in the corner where I can't see it. And I believe offside on the Indians. 4:58 and running. Here's the game as Coach Douthit and Coach Means, Assistant Coach Means on the side, Head Coach Douthit on the boys' side, are enjoying this win, their 8th of the season. Cleared away. Central now has it. Indians battling at midfield, and this one is taken by Matt Victor. Matt Victor, and it sails out of bounds off the foot of a Central. They say Stilwell. They say Victor got it. Well, okay, we're in the little matter now. This one is cleared back to number 16. This is number 9, Michael Adair. There's a foot race now between Mark Drain and the Central player. Now, number 11, Kade Price, and number 5, Jacob Scraper. Here's a shot on goal that goes wide by Adair. And there is 3 minutes. There are 3 minutes, 39 seconds left in this period, well, this game, as the Indians are going to improve to 8-1. Their only loss was to Van Buren, an Arkansas team. They have not lost in the state of Oklahoma. Headed away by number 14, Daniel Merriott. Number 16 takes it and takes it away. There's a breakaway now, and Daniel Merriott to get in front. Number 12, who had a good 5 yards in front of Daniel Merriott. 12 was breaking and was a good 5 yards in front of Merriott. Merriott broke through, outraced him, and got the ball and kicked it out of bounds. Great job. Great play by Daniel Merriott. This is Mark Drain. Michael Adair now. Merriott, Matt Victor now. Mark Drain in the open. Drain going to take a shot, and it's going to go wide to the right of the goalie. They had a shot at a good try there. And it looks like there are flags down on the field. I don't know what that is over there. It looks like a penalty flag. Of course, it's not. And this is Michael Adair coming out of the game. But I did not see who came in his place. But I'll look around, see if I can see. As we're in the closing minutes of this game. There's Kade Price. There's Justin Bruner. Bruner must have come into the game. Central attacking again and stumbling and tripping over each other are Central and an Indian player. And they're going to call a penalty on that one with 1:21 left. Central will get in a shot here. 4-0. Number 12 will take the penalty shot. The wall formed for Central. They've got 5 men back there. And here's the shot and the goal for Central with a minute left. Exactly, and the clock is not running anymore. 4-1, the goal scored on the penalty shot. 4-1. With 1 minute remaining on the clock. 4-1 Indians. Zach Carson has scored twice. John Kirby and Daniel Merriott have added goals, and the Indians lead and will win this one 4-1, at least 4-1. This is Bruner driving his way, weaving his way through traffic to get through towards the Central goal, where it is deflected away and kicked out of bounds now. Aaron Roberts tries to chase it down, but it goes out of bounds on Stilwell. Now the Indians have it. They head it upfield with 23 seconds left. This is headed towards the Stilwell goal, but not a threat. This is going to be a shove in the back, and the penalty is called. That was Kade Price that got shoved in the back, and are they going to call it on Stilwell? Is what we will wait and see. With 2-0 on the clock, and that's a winner. The Stilwell Indians have set the school record for most wins in a season in soccer. They now stand at 8-1, and it sets up a big showdown next week with Tulsa Edison on Tuesday. And then, should they win that one, they clinch a playoff berth. And should they win that one, they would head to a district championship match here at Bradley Field on Thursday against Catoosa. So, your final score from Bradley Field, Bradley Park in Stilwell, Oklahoma. The Stilwell Indians 4, the Central Braves 1. This is Greg Stilwell saying, thanks for your time this time. Until next time, so long.